Why do we bother reducing ratios down to the form 1 to n or n to 1? The main reason, it's much easier to compare ratios when they're both in the form 1 to n. You want to buy the healthiest box of treats out of two options. Apple Crunch has 8 bars with 56 grams of sugar, Banana Bites has 4 bars with 24 grams of sugar. Which brand has less sugar per bar? So the easiest way to figure out how many grams of sugar are per bar is to figure out how many grams of sugar are in one bar. To figure this out, we're going to write these in ratio format. For Apple Crunch, in 8 bars, there are 56 grams of sugar. In Banana Bites, in 4 bars, there are 24 grams of sugar. If we reduce down Apple Crunch into the form 1 to n, we'd first need to figure out how to get from 8 to 1, and to do that, you divide by 8, because a number divided by itself equals 1. And if we divide the left-hand side by 8, we have to divide the right-hand side by 8, and 56 divided by 8 equals 7. For Banana Bites, the same thing, we want to reduce it down to the form 1 to n. We've got to divide this 4 by something to get to 1, or 4 divided by 4 equals 1, so we've got to divide the right-hand side by 4 as well. 24 divided by 4 equals 6. So we now have our two ratios in the form 1 to n. Analysing this, in Apple Crunch for every 1 bar there are 7 grams of sugar, and in Banana Bites for every 1 bar there are 6 grams of sugar. So which brand has less sugar per bar? Well, we can see clearly now that it's Banana Bites, because it has 1 gram less of sugar per bar compared to Apple Crunch. So our final answer is Banana Bites has less sugar per bar by 1 gram a bar. Every 31 weeks, Alpha Cakes produces 43 premium cakes. However, every 58 weeks, Bakery Boss produces 82 premium cakes. Who produces premium cakes the fastest? Writing these in ratio, Alpha Cakes, every 31 weeks, they produce 43 premium cakes. Bakery Boss, every 58 weeks, they produce 82 cakes. We want these in the form 1 to n, so we'll be able to see how many premium cakes they produce per week. For Alpha Cakes, to get from 31 to 1, we have to divide by 31. That means we have to do the same to the other side, divide by 31. 43 divided by 31 is 1.39 to 2 decimal places. Bakery Boss, 58, divided by 58 equals 1, so we've got to divide the right-hand side by 58 as well. 82 divided by 58 is 1.42 to 2 decimal places. Now that we've got our two ratios in the form 1 to n, we can compare them against each other. Now we're looking to who produces premium cakes the fastest, which means we're looking for the higher number of cakes made per week. Alpha Cakes produces 1.39 cakes per week, and Bakery Boss produces 1.42 cakes per week, meaning Bakery Boss produces ever so slightly more cakes per week. So our final answer is Bakery Boss produces premium cakes the fastest. They only do it ever so slightly quicker by 0.03 more cakes a week. Final question, Finn and Moses are signing up customers to the new reward service. After speaking to 96 people, Finn signs up 12 people, whereas Moses spoke to 45 people and got 5 people to sign up. Who is the better salesperson? So we're just going to assume they were able to speak to as many people as possible during their available time. Like before, it's hard to compare these ratios, so in this circumstance we're going to reduce it down to the form n to 1, because we want to know on average how many people signed up after speaking to however many people. First step, like before, we're going to write down the ratios. Finn spoke to 96 people and got 12 people to sign up. Moses spoke to 45 people and got 5 people to sign up. So we're reducing these down into the form n to 1. Working out Finn's first, in order to get from 12 to 1, we need to divide by 12. So we have to divide the left-hand side by the same thing. It is 8. So for every 8 people Finn spoke to, 1 of them signed up. For Moses, we're doing the same thing, so to get from 5 to 1, we need to divide by 5. We need to divide the left-hand side by 5 as well, is 9. So for every 9 people Moses spoke to, 1 of them signed up. Comparing these two figures now, how do we know which one is the better salesperson? Well, it has to be Finn, because they spoke to less people in order to get someone to sign up. So our final answer, Finn is the better salesperson as they needed to speak to 1 less person to get someone to sign up. 3 questions for you to have a go with now. Pause the video and resume when you're ready to see the answers. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching. Check out another video. Stay safe and healthy out there, and I'll see you in the next video.